You're alive. What's up, y'all? Dick. Long time coming, trying to figure this out. Hopefully the audio is okay. I'm yelling over the generator that I hear. I'm not sure how well y'all hear it. Yeah, we're actually taking the boat on a cruise. Unfortunately, it's like 50-something degrees here in Charleston. It's terrible. Absolutely terrible. And yeah, we're doing it because, well, it's a Friday, and why not take the boat out? Hopefully this becomes a habit, and we take the boat out from here on out. Let me give you a view of the creek real quick. So this is what I am looking at, and unfortunately, the tide is going out right now. So tide's going out. The wind is in front of us. It's 54 degrees, and yeah, it kind of sucks. It's I'm not gonna lie. I'm still trying to figure all this out. I'm sure you can see the wires going everywhere, and yeah, it's not cool, but apparently, this is just the temperature right now. Let's bump this speed up a little bit, and get to going. Kind of going sideways through here. Let me bump you over there. So this is the creek that I'm in, and it's kind of smooth sailing. It's kind of smooth sailing through here until we get to the bend down there. When we get to the bend, there's a dock that just recently went in, and when that dock went in, it made that last turn there a little complicated. Hoping that Boston Whaler is not out there. If it's out there, it makes that turn really complicated. Yeah, it's not a bad Friday to be out on the water. I need to figure out a couple more things. I want to get a couple more cameras. I got this one that I'm pointing at here, that one over there. That's giving you the frontal view. That one that's giving you the frontal view right there. That is what I'm looking at. I'd like to get one maybe facing back there, and then eventually something in the galley or the kitchen here. But I just wanted to come out today, run this through the numbers, see how the broadcast goes. I know none of you are tuned in yet. Maybe when you do get tuned in, you can let me know how the audio goes. But for right now, we're 3 minutes and 20 seconds into a live stream, and nobody viewed. It's okay. It's just me and Mariner out here chilling in. I am seeing ahead that there is no Boston Whaler in the water. Looks like it is, in fact, in the lift. It being in the lift makes my life infinitely easier. Not infinitely, but a lot easier. The only thing that sucks is that the current is behind me, so it's going to push me into that. So when I take that bank, I'm going to actually favor the grass and hit the grass. So this is what I'm doing right now. We do have the Charleston Boat Show in town this weekend. I might go up there real quick and see what that has going on tomorrow. I think there's also the Oyster Roast in town this weekend. I am not sure why that camera insists on doing that. And I'm about to hit the bank because of it. That camera decided it was going to cut off, and I went over there to turn it on, and about hit the bank. We're going to run up on it here in a sec. But yeah, that's what it's doing. Oh, those spuds are bouncing off the bank. they are bouncing off, but I got to figure out why that one camera up there. So I don't know if you've seen, I've actually bought a second camera, and that camera decides that it wants to cut off at the most inopportune times. So, but I do want to actually show you how tight this corner is. So I will actually go into the bank and then power through. Actually running up on the mud here, using this thing kind of like a flats boat. I got my 40-foot flats boat out on the water this afternoon. But yeah, we made that bank. We made that turn just fine. Not sure who's viewing or who's in here, but hello. I see that there is a viewer in here. I appreciate it if you want to drop down in the comments below and say hey. Hello. Thanks for joining me on this Friday. I just got the boat out, running around, putting it through the numbers. Not going to be able to get it out of the creek onto the big river. I will show you the bridge here in a second. I can't get under the bridge but at low tide, and I can't get out through the creek but at high tide. That is the joys of the creek that I'm on. Not sure what to do with it other than maybe take a tractor out there. Kidding, South Carolina. I know I'm not allowed to do that. But yeah, so just out here, taking it for a cruise. Want to really see what the audio is doing. Hopefully you can hear me. If you can, please drop a thumbs up in there. If you can't, I'm sorry. Just kind of wanted to see how this does. The whole thing, live, bouncing between cameras. Let me show you the view again. This is what we're coming up on. We got a nice little derelict dock here, and then one more dock that actually provides a slight obstacle coming out of the creek that you see straight ahead there. So with the current behind me, I'll actually throttle down again. Let's see what we're doing. The good thing is the current's behind me, but the wind is at my face, which sucks for the audio, I'm sure. But the good thing is, with all the wind drag that I have going off of this barge here, it keeps me off of that dock rather well. So I can't walk and chew gum at the same time. I'm trying to talk to you as I maneuver around this dock and can't keep talking. So it's a nice exercise to take the boat out and do this. I appreciate you for tuning in with me, because this is all uncharted territory. I've gone past this dock plenty of times, just never talking to you. So everyone, the one person that was here just decided to jump off. So anyways, we're about 8 minutes and 13 seconds into the stream now, which is nice because that lets me know that it takes about 8 minutes to get to this point here. And at this point here is where I would make the decision to either go under the bridge or to go over the creek. And I'm not going to be able to do either right now. Hey, y'all, I got two of you in here now with me. Good to see you. Happy Friday. Hope you got some good plans. It's about 50-something degrees here in Charleston, so I'm a little bundled up. And it's a little windy, which sucks. Ready for that warmer weather. I don't know about you. So out here, cruising the creek, taking the boat through the numbers. It's been a long time coming. I spent a lot of time getting this boat running. That was the generator. I can't hear the motor over the generator, but the generator is back there making a noise. I have it right now running everything minus the fan on the hood. I want to see how the generator does. So pretty much right, we're running the refrigerator, or the chef base, we're running the freezer, and then we're running all of this setup. And again, that camera there, I'm going to show you a black screen here for a second. I'm sorry, that cam there keeps wanting to turn off on me. So let me throttle back for a second and go ahead and turn this camera back on. I don't know why it's doing that to me. So that is the funnel view That is the camera that keeps wanting to turn off on me. This boat here is new to the creek, straight ahead. Beautiful boat. Gunmetal gray hull. Beautiful boat. I don't actually know what kind of boat it is, but it is a fantastic looking boat and a nice addition to the creek here. So we are just over 10 minutes and not to the bridge quite yet. So we'll see. That was the motor. I'm not sure why it was making that noise. So we are almost to the bridge. The problem with this bridge is I need to go under at just dead low tide. I actually need to lower the spuds to go under, let the spuds dangle from down below. I know that's a very dangerous maneuver because if I bend them, they're not coming back up. Yeah, I haven't actually tested that out yet, and I don't plan on testing it today because I'm not entirely sure when low tide is, but it is coming up here shortly, and by shortly I mean in the next few hours. And I, in 50-degree weather, do not plan on staying out here. We got some more people in here. Hello. Thank you for signing in today, coming on this little creek cruise with me. Today, the audio is coming in just fine. I don't know. I can't hear it. I'm just kind of flying blind here. If you can you leave a comment in there and let me know how the audio is? I hope it's not garbage, but I am going straight into the wind, and, well, that could tend to mean for bad audio. One thing I do want to point out is up there to the right, you will see a osprey nest. If you see it right there, there's an osprey nest. And we are trying to get an osprey nest going back at the dock. I've been messing with it for a while. We're actually out on a very cold day trying to get that osprey nest figured out. Hopefully this season we do get osprey that decide to reside there. Might actually set up a live cam there. I don't know if that's possible. I want to figure that out. Right now I wanted to figure this out, get you out on the boat, live streaming, take the boat through the members, but also I got some very cool stuff lined up. I've got a couple of chefs interested in coming out during the Southeast Wildlife Expo that is at Brittle Lane Park in a few weeks. So working out this audio, working out the cameras, all of that is part of that because we're going to go live on Friday, February 17th. We're going to go live on Saturday, February 18th, and then Sunday, February 19th, with a few different chefs out here cooking on the boat. And then, as long as that works out well, we plan on going live. I've got some chefs lined up for March. The first week of March is the Wine and Food Festival here in Charleston. So once that happens, we will have some chefs, and we'll be off of the North Charleston Waterfront Park. One thing I wanted to show you, let's jump back over to this other camera here and show you real quick the bridge. So this bridge here, I'm not going to get too close to it for the simple fact that the current is behind me. The tide is going out, so I don't really want to hit a bridge. But that bridge there, let me hop out in front maybe. Can you see? So just to give you perspective, that bridge right there is totally in the way. So let's go ahead and turn the boat around real quick. We'll turn the boat and go back up the creek. But yeah, the current's behind me, which does kind of suck. But the nice thing is, on the back of this motor, on the back of this boat is now a 250 horsepower Yamaha, and it's got a 16-inch prop with a 12 pitch. I will eventually go online and probably buy a 10 or 11. I used to have a 10 or 11 on this thing, and right there at the fall of my dock business, I didn't run anodes. The anodes actually were, I run anodes, but the anodes had actually wore off. So the salt water ate them. and it ate the motor. Not, it ate the lower unit, it ate the prop. So I had to get a new lower unit for this, and then I had to get a new prop. So right now, I am running a 1612 on here, which is, I mean, it's good enough. It's certainly, I mean, you can probably see there behind me just how well it turns this thing single screw. Just don't get in too tight of quarters. But yeah, it does move pretty well. So we're going to go back up the creek here and run the other direction, and I'll show you the exit in which we take. Let me adjust this camera here because it's bouncing around slightly. And every time doing so, I almost hit the bank. You can see Mary, we're chilling up there at the bow a little. Nobody is leaving comments though, huh? So we're about 16, going on 17 minutes into this Friday cruise. I need to come up with something fun to do. Get some friends out here. It's 54 degrees in Charleston, though. It's very hard to get any friends out on a boat this time of year. And probably getting friends out on the boat this time of year. It's very hard keeping them after you brought them out on the boat. So, might not push my luck. We'll just wait for warmer weather. Very glad we're out here running this boat around because boats like to be run. Motors like to be run. So before we pass this boat real quick, whoever's tuning in here, if you do know what boat that is, please drop it down below. I am not familiar with that boat. It is a new boat in the creek. Beautiful boat, gunmetal gray. Looks like they have a lot of fun on that boat. But I'm not entirely sure what it is. There are three of you here now. Hello and happy Friday, y'all. I am out running around. I'm not entirely sure how this audio is. I know I've been saying that. If you're watching this on the replay, I've probably said it 1,000 times now. But if you're tuning into the live stream, please let me know in the comments below. I can see what I can do. And I really just want to take this thing out and take it to the numbers, see what it does, and see how this live stream turns out. So anyway, tuning in, I appreciate it. Happy Friday. And if you're in Charleston, maybe I'll see you at the boat show. If you're not in Charleston, let me know down below where you're at. And once I get this boat tuned in, maybe if you're not too far, I'll come see you one day. Because that is the whole goal of this boat, is to take it out and get it on the water. I want to go out cooking. And any recipes that you may have, please feel free to share it with me. If it's simple, like a can of PB&J. I am a sucker for a PB&J. So, anyways, what do we got here? Do your feet good, audio bad. Oh, jeez, Joel, I'm sorry. Let me. See, is it better if I just unplug the mic? Is that a little bit better, Joel? What do you got? If I bring if I bring it up here, what do you think? Sorry, the latency has me sitting here waiting for you to respond. Let me know, Joel. Thanks for that feedback. I don't know why that camera keeps wanting to cut. Let me show you a little bit of the creek while I'm waiting for it. Does that help at all, Sam? Huh. You drop this thing down in neutral. Oh man, it looks like we were hot micing. Is that any better? How are we doing now, Joel? How are we looking now? And adjusted some things. Hopefully that cleaned up the audio a little bit more. Looks like it might have been the peaks were a little too high. What is my audio is lagging now? How's the audio? Is it coming in? Are we getting any improvement? Problem is these back creeks really kind of suck as far as reception goes. And I am hotspotting this off of the phone. Audio's better. Awesome. Awesome. Thanks for that, Joel. But yeah, I'm just running these back creeks over here. If you're familiar with Charleston, I am on Penny Creek between Johns Island and headquarters. And the reception here, the reception here is really not all that good. So I need to figure out something. Probably, probably need to take a number from some of these other guys and go ahead and invest in what's his name, Elon Musk, that satellite box of his, and get that out here. This barge moving around, some of these areas, I've got the phone positioned out a little bit further. Hopefully picking up better reception. But these creeks don't offer that good a reception, yes. So, like I said, I just wanted to take it out. Unfortunately, with the current situation, I still got a few hours. You can look at the bank there. I still got probably 2 feet, maybe 3 feet that needs to drop before I can even think about sneaking under the bridge, and got even more that needs to come in here before I can sneak out over the creek. The more I take this boat in and out, the better it will become on this part of the creek for me to get out on the windows before and after high tide. But right now, this part of the creek gets really shallow really quick. So taking this boat in and out of here sucks. You too, Joel. I appreciate the feedback. You have a great weekend. Thanks for signing in, tuning in, and hopefully Fridays as it warms up, we'll get some better content here out on Fridays live. Maybe get some friends out, do happy hours, stuff like that. So I'll extend an open invite. If you're in the Charleston area, please feel free to come out. Give me a call. Like I said, it is Charleston, about 54 degrees. But yeah, so take the boat out, taking it for a cruise. We're about 24 minutes into this live stream. Um, we'll see what we got. Apparently, I'm going to have to do some editing and cut out a lot of that. I don't know how bad that audio was at the beginning. Thank you, Joel, for letting me know that it was a little rough. I do need to be wary of that next time going in and actually checking everything before getting it going. So, need to come up with an actual checklist of what needs to be done. And one of those things is going to be a shopping list because you can see there's players everywhere here on the boat. And to do this live stream, I'm going to need to clean that up because the army is getting a little bit perturbed, anxious, uneasy, but all the way right now. I don't like how cluttered this is, but but yeah. Um, Tomorrow I might go live again. Um, Probably going to buy a smoker, one of those stand-up box smokers tonight, and smoke some stuff here on the bars. Don't have a shift lined up for tomorrow. This 50-degree weather just isn't conducive to inviting people on the boat. I've been on the road. I was up in Columbia Monday. Tuesday, Wednesday was in Raleigh, Greenville, North Carolina, Goldsboro, and then Pinehurst, and then back to Charleston. And now, so that's I'm out here messing with this. I do have a pretty cool table being made. Let me jump over to this camera real quick just to show you. You can see, I don't know why it's in demo mode. That's new. Do have a neat table being made to go up there where you saw at the bottom of the screen. Again, that camera just turned off because it just wants to not cooperate with me. Do have a cool table being made, butcher block table with 2x4s. I'm going with pine because it's going to be outside rather than a maple or something harder and nicer, because it's, I'll probably have to get a cover for it, but it's eventually just going to get sun bleached. That sun is hell on stuff. And let me trim that motor up. I got too much going on, and I do not want to bump bottom while I'm going through. Spinning a hub on this would not be fun. So, anyways, have a nice tabletop being made. Hopefully, the gentleman is done with it this weekend, and I can get a table made up there. And we will be going live during the Southeast Wildlife Expo, February 17th, 18th, 19th. I've got Josh from the River Dogs. If you didn't watch that Bratwurst video, Josh is coming back out, and we're gonna cook. We're gonna cook out here, and then I've got a very special chef coming out on Saturday. Her and her husband are coming out. Melissa is many years in the industry, rock star. She's actually what you call a protein specialist. So she was who I was with in Columbia, helping with the River Dogs. I didn't do anything. I was just there providing sausage and pork products. Her and Simon were developing the menu with the River Dogs team. So they will be out here on the barge the weekend of the Wildlife Expo. We'll actually take the barge, split it down off of Middlebank Park, and just hang out there. The other thing to look out for is on March 5th, 6th, no, March 1st through the 5th is the, sorry, trying to kill some speed. Don't want to run all in this mud here. Beginning of March is the Charleston Wine and Food Festival, and during that we'll take this to the North Charleston Park, and we will drop it down and spud down out there. Maybe bear with me for a second because that camera is in demo mode. You're not at the store. You are here out on the boat with me. So let me get this out here and sit out here and chat with you real quick. So, come on, man. Come on up here. Get away from that helm. We're kind of just floating, bottomed out a little bit. So I can't spend too much time here because the tide is going out. But beginning of March, we will take it and split it down in North Charleston off the waterfront park. And I've got some chefs lined up for that as well. We've got Chris with Reckless Breakfast. He's going to come out. He does an awesome job at our kitchen. They do like a pop-up style brunch. What is it? Get brunched in the face with Reckless Breakfast, if you can talk, Derek. Chris is an awesome chef. Spent many a time here in Charleston, and then he's been out traveling. He's back in Charleston. He's going to come out that Friday. That Sunday, I know for sure. I got another Chris Roush, who is the banquet chef at the Francis Marion. He's going to come out, and we're going to cook up a pork crown roast. He's going to show us how to French the roast and then tie it, and we will cook it off. Both of those will be off of the North Charleston Park. So if you want and you're in the area, you can come hang out with us as we do that as well. Um, got a couple other things lined up with the boat, but like I said, just wanted to get it out here, run through this, see who tunes in, see if you can tune in on a Friday. We will make Fridays more fun from here on out. Get out of this cold weather. Mariner is bringing a bottle because he wants to play fetch and go in the water like an idiot. So let me get back to the helm before he does go in the water because I don't want to be retrieving a dog from the water. So let's go back over here and let me see. Oh, no. It's probably better. It's probably better to go back right now. I don't want to be spending the night out here. It will get down to 30, 40 degrees tonight. I don't want to bottom out and spend the night on the boat tonight. I didn't even bring food, and Mariner is chewing one of our water bottles. We need to ration water, dude. You can't be doing that. You can't be drinking all the water right now. So we are backing up. I see there are 3 of you in the stream now. Hello. Thanks for coming out. If anything's going on, you see Joel earlier gave me some feedback. I'm just running this thing through the numbers, so I can't really tell what the audio is doing, what the video is doing, how the stream's looking. Please let me know down below, and I'll address the problems as best as I can. Just kind of taking this thing out, proving it, seeing how it does, and what I need to improve going forward. So if you're in Charleston and you're going to go to the North Charleston boat show, please let me know too. Love to say hey, love to come out and chill with you because I am not spending the entire evening here. I will miss it today, but I'll be out there tomorrow to check out the boat show. Let me show you as we're backing up here. Might be cool to put another camera on the aft to show you this, but might be able to push the bank. So I have a 40-foot barge right now that we are turning or attempting to turn around about 50 feet of creek, maybe 60 feet of creek. So to me, when I get in these situations, I always think of Austin Powers, but he's on that little yellow cushion in the hallway trying to turn it around. But you'd be amazed at how versatile this thing can be. You just don't like to push that prop too much into the mud and tear it up because that 250 horsepower motor has a lot of torque that it's pushing just to push this barge around. So let me show you, we are actually turning around nicely, and the camera decided it's going to turn off again. So if you know why that freaking camera keeps turning off and doing this to me, please let me know that in the comments because apparently I'm going to have to go home tonight and watch plenty of YouTube videos on why that camera keeps wanting to go into that mode because it's quite frustrating. It is quite frustrating. I'm not entirely sure why it's doing that. But yeah, I want to get a smoker, one of those box smokers. Come out here tomorrow, maybe smoke some ribs or something. I don't know if I can do that actually. I say I want to do it because I really want to do it. But if you're not familiar, right there between Thanksgiving and Christmas, I went to the emergency room with diverticulitis. Apparently, I'm too fat and out of shape, and cut back on what I eat and get healthy. So cut back on now. So there's Mariner up at the bow, chilling. He's helping me navigate these narrow creeks. I can't get out on the Stono. If you're familiar with the Charleston waterways, I cannot get out on the Stono today because I'm not out at the right tide. So I'll have to go back and check the tide charts tonight. I can get under the bridge at low tide. I need to be dead low tide. and I can get out where I just came from at high tide. In between, I'm kind of out of luck, stuck in the creek. So that's where I'm at right now, is I'm stuck in the creek. But I did want to come out here. And now with that sun in my face, it looks like the video is being watched. So it says I got one viewer in here. Whoever you are, I appreciate you coming. And I really appreciate you hanging in there with me, chilling on this Friday. And if there's anything you want to see or do or add to this stream, please let me know. I can't really take the cameras off the mount that well, but I might be able to do that here in a sec. What do we got going on? That camera there, I need to focus it down on Mariner, huh? Sometimes I wonder what is going through his mind. He is a good boy. We really don't deserve dogs. He's just chilling up there on the bow in his own little world. I'm there. You good boy? You good boy hanging out there? Mariner is chilling on the bow, hanging out on a Friday. So we got somebody else hopping in here. Thanks for coming, hanging out. Hopefully the stream is doing okay. I will go back and rewatch this myself. But if there's anything that you can see immediately that needs to be addressed, please let me know. Just kind of taking it out, seeing how it does. Don't think I'm going to be able to use the phone as a hotspot. It doesn't seem to like this area. And yeah. So, anyways, I don't know how that generator sounds behind me. If you're even picking it up, the generator's running because I wanted to see how the freezer, the chef base, don't have the fan going, but I've got everything else going, lights going, all of that, just to see how this whole thing runs off of that generator, and then put the boat through its numbers. So that's what we're out here doing. Right now, I've only got the two cameras. I've got this one facing me and my ugly bug, and then I've got the one up there facing Mariner as he chills on the bow. Wonder what he is thinking of right now. Actually, I'm pretty sure I know what he's thinking of. He wants a ball. That's all he ever wants. Ball is life, and he's probably want me to push the bank so he can go up there and find one. He has an uncanny ability to actually go up there and find a ball. Um, what I think I love about that dog is he, when I had the dock building business, was out moving barges all the time. Mariner's my sidekick, comes, hangs out the entire time on all my barges, with exception of the ones where I go through the part of the state that are freaking monsters. There's going to be, if we're going to dinosaur territory, don't bring him. I don't want to deal with some gator coming up and snag my dog as I'm pushing a barge. But the cool thing about him is he will actually come sit right next to me and like give you that look if you've ever had a dog look where he's wanting me to get him in the grass so he can go use the bathroom. And yeah, so that's what he does. I don't know if you can see that water there leaving that area. I think that area would be a lot of fun to push the barge up into. Obviously, at a high tide. Right now, we do not have a high tide, so it is water is leaving it rather rapidly. Let me let me just push. power the boat up there for now and show you it. But I think that would be a fun area. The problem is that whole flat there will go completely dry at low tide. So I just got done talking about dinosaurs, and the only place in this entire creek where I've seen gators has been in that flat. So I don't really want to push it with my dog. Today they're not going to be there because it's 50 something degrees, and I'm an idiot out here today. Mariner's out here because I'm out here, but there are no gators in the waters right now. You won't see them in this part of town. It's too chilly. So we are about 40 minutes into the live stream. I've got two of you here with me today. I appreciate you coming out. Hey, thanks for being here. If you have anything, any feedback on your end, if it sounds like, it looks like, the audio goes bad or a lag hits or anything, please let me know. I'm actually just taking the boat out to figure this out and see how it does. So sorry I've been talking the entire time. I would love to answer any questions or chat with you. So if you want to drop any of them down in that comment section, let me know. Man, let me actually grab a water because I have been talking. I have been talking this entire time. So I need to grab a water real quick. We are 42 minutes into it. I just lost viewers because I'm assuming because of the lag where I'm sitting right now. This is where Joel earlier said the lag kicks up too much. There is something in the water there, and I hope it is not gonna fuck up my prop. It's a small tree. That's crazy too. What's that? Oh, got a rope swing there. Cool. Somebody put a rope string up on it. Rope swing. Derek, say it with me. Swing. Rope swing out. So we got this camera here. I do not know why it keeps doing that. I will have to go home, look it up. I am not sure why it just wants to cycle. I'm sure it's a setting that I need to change. But I want that camera facing forward. I want to throw a camera in the kitchen. Probably one facing aft. I think that would be pretty cool to get. Though I will not hang out there because the generator and the motor's not that loud. It's a 250 Yamaha 4-stroke pushing this thing. But that generator is back there working pretty good. It is keeping everything running right now as far as I have a refrigerated chef base in the kitchen here, and I have a small little chest freezer behind me. Those are to keep ingredients cool in here for when we start cooking. Speaking of cooking, we are going to be in 19th off of Brittleback the Expo. This is a test run to get this thing out there. Make videos for you and just kind of hang out. It is not permitted yet, nor do I think I am going to get permitted this season to be serving food here in Charleston off the boat, but we will be cooking off of the boat plenty of times. So let me enter back into this creek here. Can I wait with one while I hit this freaking camera again? Change you over to that so you can see. And we are going to cut into the creek Tokyo drift style. So we will cut around slide in here. So live stream off probably 15 minutes or so once we get back to the dock, but I want to take it out for a quick run. Because a day on the water does not suck. Any day on the water. Even the days. Now that I'm out here, I'm actually kind of glad I'm out here. Wish I brought food to fire up. But bringing friends out in 50-degree weather it's a good way to lose. There's not a lot of people that want to come out and hang out with me when it's this cold on the water. Funny story. Shout out to the young man at Best Buy when I was picking up all these different cables the other day because I was asking him about the mics and them being plugged into this switcher board. And it was funny because this and I was like, so the switcher board will handle 2 of those receivers. So does that mean I can only do 4 mics and 4 guests out here? Well, 3 guests and me. Or is there another option that will allow me to do more? And it was funny. He's like, man, I'm surprised you got 3 people that'll pick up the phone and come hang out with you. I thought that was really funny because he was saying that he doesn't have 3 people that'll come hang out with him. Probably should invite him out here. Maybe he'll fix all of this for me. And now that I think about it, it's probably not a bad idea because I am sure I need help with this. I am positive that I need help with this. So let's show you Mariner sitting up there at the bow, chilling, looking at a derelict dock that is falling apart. Up there in the far right hand of the screen, you see a nice little house being restored. Really glad to see more activity on the creek. The only issue with that is that they put a dock right there in the bend, which makes it a little bit more difficult to navigate. You'll see that Boston Whaler that they have up on the lift when that is out on the floating dock. It makes taking these turns, not these turns, but that turn, a little bit more difficult. Give it a little bit more steam. And motor on ahead. We are 47, almost 48 minutes into this stream. If you're here with me now, I appreciate you. I thank you for hanging out and coming out here with me on a Friday. If you have any input as to what you want to see out here, I actually kind of want to make this a Friday routine, some sort of happy hour cruise on Fridays. I just got to figure out how to make it interesting. Probably need to plan ahead and get out under that bridge and do something more than just this creek run. That's probably going to be a little bit more interesting than this. But today's just about showing it, taking it through the numbers. You'll see up there I've got powered by StreamYard because I came out here yesterday trying to figure out how to do a live stream. We could not do it on the 810 Mini Pro without that StreamYard app. And it's actually, I think, working pretty well. Not entirely sure how it's looking on your end, but on my end, it's coming across okay. Not hooked up to the audio to figure that out. Probably should bring some headphones with me. Need to, when I get done with this, go through a checklist of what I need. Definitely going to need to hit up Amazon and get wires that I can conceal rather than this freaking rat's nest of wiring I got going everywhere. And not entirely sure what else. Other cameras, additional cameras. We can get away with just camera number 2. Why are you doing that to me? It keeps turning off. And I am going to hit the bank and roll around this dock. You can't hear the spuds shifting in there well back there. But that butt just hit bottom. I heard it and I felt it. So let me go touch that camera there. And show you the creek again. I apologize. That bend right there would have been the better bend to take a video of, but the camera decided it was going to turn off on me there. And that's what I'm working with. However, that camera has a lot better video than this camera, I think. I will see later when I go back to launch it myself, but I think that camera does a lot clearer video. It's more set up for this. It's a camcorder versus this one is one of the Sony, is that one, the ZV something, something, something. That's a blogger camera that I'm talking to right now, or a vlogger camera that I'm talking to you right there. The other one's a camcorder. Probably going to get the Elgato face camera to put in there, maybe two of them, give you the different angles. When I went in there and filmed with this one before, that camera likes to heat up too much. And when it heats up, it shuts off. So it is not good in the kitchen. So I need to figure out some sort of solution for cameras in the kitchen when I'm cooking. If you are watching this, if you're one of the two, thank you. And please go ahead down below and let me know if you know of a better camera that would be more suitable for a kitchen, that's more tolerant of heat. Because this camera here, I don't know how that camera fares, but that camera that I'm talking to on now does not do well in the heat and shuts off. So let me switch back over to this camera angle for you and show you the approach. We are not going to these immediate docks. If you see that dock off in the distance, to that one right there, and I'll get back to the helm because we are turning. We are going to push that bank. That dock off there in the distance is where we are heading. And apparently I decided I am going to run aground. So yeah, let me get through that. Running ground is not good. And the tide is going up because, yeah, that means I got to spend the night on the barge. But actually, where we're at right now, if you look at this shingle roof dock here, shingle roof dock, yeah, that's about how you say it. This dock here to the right, years ago, before I started the dock business, my little 17 whaler would only make it to here at low tide. Not this point of the tide cycle, but very close. And this creek has actually gotten deeper and deeper over the years, which is nice. In about another hour and a half, maybe, give or take, you won't be able to get to where we're at right now. 10 years ago, you definitely wouldn't have been able to. Today, I can push on straight to our dock and get there, but you're not maneuvering around in this creek because you'll bottom out. So, oh, there you are, Alfred. Yeah, let's go, man. Let's go indeed. Out here trying this thing, trying to see what I got. So you can see ahead, there's the dock. Yeah, just trying to get it figured out. So it's 54 degrees here in Charleston, though. Maybe I'm making a mistake not bringing this boat down to Miami because it's cold here. But I just wanted to test out the live stream, see how the audio does, see how it does on the mobile hotspot. Not entirely sure until I go back and rewatch it what it's going to look like. But wanted to just kind of do like a Friday cruise, hanging out, chilling. Yeah, more connection. I might need to call you on connection. I need to get a hold of your Tony Stark connections and see what I need to do on this. Ideally, when I do the filming, I will get to a point where I have better connection. I just wanted to take it mobile up and down the creek right now and see how that goes. So, yeah, yep. So we are pulling up to our dock though, and let me freaking hit that camera again because it decides it wants to shut off in a demo mode. I guess I'm gonna have to see what does what sends that to that demo mode. But here is our dock here where we will be docking. Um, Probably pull off the throttle because the tide is going out, so the current is at our bow, which is usually what you like. Except the only thing I got that's not in my favor right now is the wind is at my stern. So I do have a fair amount of superstructure above the water and very little below the water with this barge. The one thing you will see as I start taking this barge out and about is that I really, with a 40-foot barge, draw maybe 9 or 10 inches. Um, I gotta see. I used to know exactly when there was a tractor on this what it would draw, but I haven't really messed with it just yet. I need to just go out here, see where the water line is, and see what I'm drawing. But yeah, it kind of sucks on days like this when the current is at my nose and the uh, wind is at my back because I get pushed around. Shit show. Yeah, yeah. I almost hit the dock. You're right. Um, Mariner's there. He's like ready to be done for the day. When we get done, he's gonna go get his bacon and eggs at Triangle Charbar, and yeah, we'll call it quits here in a minute. But I will be going to probably Lowe's and buying myself a smoker and come out here again tomorrow and go live to coming out here again tomorrow to go live and maybe smoke some ribs. So let me go catch that stern line. Maybe I can switch this camera for you real quick to show you the dock without breaking the camera. Excuse the wacky angle. Mariner already decided to hop off. There's the Jenny making noise. Mariner decided he's hopping off, and he's not grabbing lines. He's just hopping off. So he's useless for me right now. Get a line on that stern and grab. Probably need to grab a few cameras. Is what I need to do. And get back to this so you're not looking at the cattywampus view. Might just throttle forward. Here is the chit show. Let that cleat grab and kind of pull us in here. So how does that look? Oh, that one looks terrible. That one looks terrible. Oh man. Maybe let's get you back to that one. Maybe I can take this one off real quick. Mariner is gone. My faithful dog abandoned me. And I am sitting here stuck at the dock trying to push. Which one's this? That is, I can't let go of either of these. So that is what I got going right now. And it's literally because I'm sitting here talking to you. It's Let me put that camera down. We are really testing out that cleat right now. We're really, really testing that cleat. So you are chilling on my laptop. And I bring that bow around now. So rubbing a little bit. So that's what we got going on. So many cameras on a single live. Yeah. I'm kind of confusing myself right now, though. Fortunately, it's a steel bar, and there's not much I can hurt. Ugh. What do we got? What do we got? All right, now I'm sure that generator is probably drowning you out, but let me go ahead and swap back to this camera maybe. What? I didn't want to use the spuds, but I've got all these freaking lines out right now. And all these lines were used to help carry the other birds through when we were messing with the osprey nest. I think I'm on bottom. I know my motor's in the mud. My motor is definitely in the mud, but she's still peeing. Hey, Alfred, you got your chip show. I am definitely giving you that right now because this is like amateur hour. Can't believe I'm actually this ill prepared. I didn't want to use. I didn't want to use the freaking spud. I figured I can come in with this instead, and I should have used the spuds. The Mariner has abandoned me. I don't know if you can see him. He's up there on the dock walking back. He's had enough of my shenanigans today. He's heading back. So we may cut it here. I don't know. Let me see if I can switch it to this other camera, focusing on me. I am in the mud on the bow here. I think I can pull her out. Maybe not. She's motored. She motored her on there pretty good. Come on. Hit the stern. Do not do me any good. Bring that thing to haul over. I see that, Alfred. I do need to come on down there. But right here in the immediate future, I just need to get her docked. Might need a machete on this back line. Stern line's pretty freaking tight. That stern line might be what was binding me. So let's see what we got. Let's see what we got. Can I pull her in now? Ah, yeah, she's pulling around. She's pulling around pretty good. Ay. That's too funny. That's too funny. Sitting here focusing on talking to y'all. And I mess up the dock. I messed up my approach. Worst time ever. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. I have a nice clear signal coming in right now. And I'm messing up the dock. Messing up my approach. That bow actually is stuck on the pluff mud. It's actually about a year ago, wasn't it, Alfred, when you were here, when we were playing around in the pluff mud? Let me turn you around again real quick. Follow me up here. Come walk with me. There we go. There we go. We are back. So, as I said, I've got the current coming into my nose this way. But if you'll notice, you're blowing back out that way, and that's because the wind is behind me. So, typically, I would have liked to have come down and turned around, but I don't think I have enough water for that right now. I need to start using the creek more often in order to do so and blow out some of this pluff mud. But for right now, bring her in here, tie her down, lock her down, and call it a day. So let me go ahead, lock this one in. Get a stern line on, and then we'll get a spring line on. And I'm realizing now that I definitely need some more cameras on this go, because I can't switch between right now. Let me show you what I'm doing. You can probably just hear me huffing and puffing because I'm fat and out of shape. You can't actually see what I'm doing to lock this barge down and secure it. But it is back at the dock. Mariner has abandoned me, but we're here. We made it. Had a lot of fun. Like I said, I'm going to head to Lowe's, buy a smoker, do some cooking tomorrow right here. Same bad channel, not same time. I'll post something in my community tab, let you know when I'm going to go live and figure out what we're going to smoke. I'm going to get a box propane smoker so I can sit up here on the barge, cook some stuff, and get ready for the Wildlife Expo in a couple weeks when we're going to go live off of Brittlebank Park. Anyways, it's been a lot of fun. Really enjoyed it. Hope you did too. If you did, please smash that like button, hit subscribe, leave comments down below. See you tomorrow.